All right, what's going on, beautiful people? It's the North Shore 9 post-game show powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm Tyler. With me is Neil. Neil, Pirates win a wild one. I wasn't expecting to be on tonight. I think you were 50-50. Everybody's at Pittsburgh right now. And before we get into the game, RSVP to that tailgate tomorrow. And if you don't, we'll be around, so come say hi. Yeah. I will be there.
I will not.
Neil can't make it, but Doug will be there. Donardo, Jim, and
Doug's going to be there. That's the big thing. Doug's going to be there. So everyone else doesn't really need to show up.
I was actually looking for Matt's comment here about please be Doug. Sorry there, Matt.
Yeah, sorry, man. Doug's enjoying some fireworks right now.
He is.
Let Doug enjoy the fireworks.
Yeah, Doug's got a Zambelli show to watch.
Yeah.
But again, the Pirates win this one 6-5 on a wild pitch, a wild game. We're going to talk about it. Before we get into it, BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're on to the NBA and NHL playoffs, and BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played, with the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NBA, and NHL, and UFC. BetOnline remains the best online source for your sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline, the game starts here. Neil, that was a weird game. And
yes, it was.
Before we talk about the weird game, people in the chat here, I haven't done this in a long time, and I apologize about it. I'm kind of out of practice here, a little bit rusty. If you drop a # or hashtag raise it in the chat, you will be entered into a drawing for 2 Primanti Brothers sandwiches. We will be doing 2 of those at the end of this night here. Make sure we drop a hashtag raise it there in the chat. Dad, that means you as well. I know you didn't expect me on tonight, but here I am. I did not drive to Pittsburgh like I was originally planning. We're going to talk about the game.
What about Boomer Tyler talk about #?
I use both.
Yeah, it's 2025, man. Anyway, let's talk about the game.
Well, yeah, let's chit-chat about this game a little bit. And again, make sure we drop that hashtag raise it. I feel like we should just start this thing in the, bottom half of, good Lord, I don't even know what inning we were in anymore.
10th inning?
Yeah, it only got to the 10th. I'm not going to lie, it felt like the 12th.
It could have been the 13th, and I would have believed you. The last half of this game took forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. But hey, it's a win, and we get to give out sandwiches, Neil.
Yes, we do.
So the Pirates win this one on a walk-off wild pitch. And this was after Alexander Canario got thrown out at home plate.
Mm-hmm.
Neil, I don't briefly, what's the takeaway of the game?
Ball don't lie is what I take away, because Canario was safe. I don't care what anyone says. Canario was safe. He dodged a tag. He established the baseline. Greg Brown was right to be losing his mind. So I'm really happy they then proceeded to lose on the most embarrassing way possible. That was really cool.
Yeah, Canario was safe. Why did we not get another look at that? Did they rule he was out of the baseline?
It was because he was out on the baseline, and I guess you can't challenge that.
How was he out of the baseline? How?
No, not a clue. The umpire did it, I think, before he even tried to dodge around home plate. That was the weird thing. He was doing it so fast. I don't understand what he was looking at all. And you can't review it because I guess you can't. I guess that's not something that can be challenged or overcorrected because it's up to the ump. But that was super dumb.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense to me. In all reality, like I feel like that's kind of a bailout call by the umpire.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
He was
Rebello's
we're
also.
not checking that.
Yeah,
But
I mean, like Rebello's also not really smart for sending him, but like I get it.
I'm okay with that send.
Okay.
He was safe. Like, how can we complain?
I mean, he was dead to rights. He pulled some crafty stuff to make that safe. Like, but I think just because if it wasn't anyone but Rebello who'd been doing questionable stuff like that all year, I probably wouldn't even bat an eye. But man, the guy is just a constant windmill. But I get it because the team can't hit. I guess I understand the frustration.
So that's very fair. I'm okay with send there. I think I was waving my arm at the same time while I was on the phone, but I would have sent him as well. He was safe. I think the umpire blew that one. And like you said there, Neil, ball don't lie.
That's correct. Ball don't lie. Thank God. I hate the Brewers, man. This is so cathartic.
Isn't it great that the Brewers really aren't very good?
Yes. And I love that ONeal Cruz hates the Brewers personally.
Yeah, I I just enjoy the fact that ONeal Cruz hates any team.
Yeah.
Because when he doesn't like a team, man.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's
someone's got to instill that good old Pittsburgh Cub hatred in him. That's what I need to see.
Yeah, I need a little bit of that. Some Reds hatred.
Yeah, but I'll take the Brewers.
Now, let's talk about the most important part of this night. There was a win in a ballpark that Jim Rosati resided in.
You are right.
We have broken the curse.
It's been years.
Bucko Mike is on it.
Bucko Mike just has like a spreadsheet. Every game that Jim's been to and like where this in the state, which stadium, where it is, the score, how bad, like whether or not Jim left early. I feel like he would have that.
Oh, he would. 100%. And it would be 100% accurate. But we did break the Rosati curse here.
Only because he had club member suites. So if you want to donate to the show so we never lose and just send Jim to all the games in the club suites.
No, I can't get that bad. We're already bad enough here, man. But in all reality, this thing was wrapped up. Well, this thing was tied up with ONeal Cruz.
Yes.
A home run while you and I are getting ready to start a bad show here. And it's no longer a bad show because we had to give out Primanti Brothers sandwiches. ONeal Cruz. I feel like I've been waiting on him to come through in a big spot. We see him come through every now and then, and not every now and then. He's the only offense this team has. But we've seen him come up big, but we don't see him come up late in innings. And I think a lot of that is he's been pinch hit before. The lefty matchups are tough for him. This year we've seen ONeal Cruz come up in big spots. And today, finally, man.
Yeah.
He sent a missile.
Yeah, I mean, 2 home runs today, like really big clutch one night. Like Uribe has been really good all year. And so to take him deep on that, I mean, he's special.
Sure is.
This guy used to be compared to Gregory Polanco. Like the disrespect for this guy is crazy. He's so good. And, on a team that's not very exciting, he is one exciting baseball player.
He is. And DiNardo actually shared it, I think, on our Twitter account today. Cruz started, I think, with negative 11 defensive run saves. He is now up to negative 7. Still not good. We know. It's not good at all. He needs to be better. But we are seeing him get better in center field as well. Like, what?
Yeah, he's comfortable. Like, yeah, like he honestly looks more comfortable in center tonight than Reynolds did in right. There's some plays that Reynolds really looked like he was having trouble tracking fly balls, and Cruz just looks very casual and relaxed and comfortable. That didn't exist at the beginning of the season.
It didn't, and I think I've noticed that as well lately, where you see him catching balls in the gap, and not that it looks lackadaisical, but like you said, it looks more comfortable. Before, it was almost like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
Go chase balls.
And who can even blame him? Like learning major league center field on the fly is hard.
Yeah,
Like that has to be
it
such a
is.
challenge. And so doing that while just taking that next step hitting wise, where he's walking a lot now,
Yeah.
he's got the power. He now has a free reign to run. Like this big step is so cool, and it really should be like the centerpiece of the season right now, where the Pirates are 500. They're battling for a wild card spot. They're battling for that division. And instead, it's just the one bright spot on a really, really bad offense.
Yeah. But ONeal Cruz hits his 10th home run, 9th and 10th, I should say.
Yeah.
Big day from him. Andrew McCutchen also comes through a couple times a day. This guy just continues to hit baseballs. The bat speed to me has not slowed down at all.
Mhm.
He's been I thought that Brian Reynolds would be the most consistent player as usual this year.
Mhm.
Kutch,
He's coming back.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Kutch might drop off this year. Kutch has been good.
Mhm.
Kutch has been really good this year.
I mean, you really just take it all into account. Like $5 million for a 750 OPS player that's darn good business. And for a team that doesn't do very good business very often, like that is about as good as you can hope for. Because when you look at the other players we paid similar money, like
Mm-hmm.
Kutch has been everything that we've needed. He's definitely taken a drop back in power. The bat speed's there. He doesn't have the power that he used to. A couple of years ago, he probably has double the home runs. But it's really hard to complain with the stuff that he's done. He's now up to 110 WRC plus on the season.
Yeah.
On base percentage of 370. Like he is playing really, really good baseball. He doesn't strike out. He walks a lot. Like, I don't know. Like he's been great.
He has. He's been awesome.
For a
And again,
38-year-old?
Yeah, I've gone from, all right, I hope he just survived this year to we might need him back again next year. Let's run this thing back for the 4th time.
Poor Kutch. Like, he just wants to go off into the sunset.
Nope, not yet.
Nope.
Not yet, buddy. We got to run it back. But again, the Pirates win this thing on a walk-off walk. Adam Frazier scores on a weird wild pitch. Pirates win this thing 6-5 in extras. The reason they got 2 extras had to do with David Bednar.
Yeah.
Should we talk about David Bednar a little bit?
You probably should.
I've said pretty often here, I didn't like putting Bednar back in that 9th inning role. I'll be honest, I'm not really mad about Bednar tonight. I think he's been really effective in that role. Santana, I feel like, has fallen off a little bit, and he wasn't bad tonight by any means. I don't think he gave up any runs, did he? If I'm remembering correctly.
I mean, I think he gave up runs that weren't his.
Did he give up runs? No. Well, he might have given up inherited runs, but he did get through an inning. He was shaky. Like he didn't look good.
Yeah. No.
And
you see it falling off.
Well,
he's at 1.6. He's on 1.69 ERA.
Let me correct myself. Yeah, let me correct myself. I forgot that Bednar came in the 10th because we got a little bit screwy there.
Bednar didn't come at the 10th.
Did he come in that? What inning did Bednar come in? I'm just drawing a blank here. Yeah, Bednar came in the 9th. Yes, I get screwed up with the extra innings here. Bednar came in the 9th. Only gets through a third of an inning, gives up a run. He did walk 2, got a strikeout. I'm not quite at the point where I'm gonna poo-poo Bednar right now. He's definitely on a short leash, I think, for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope Don Kelly has him on a short leash as well. I didn't like that he put him back in that closer role as quickly as he did.
I don't think that's a manager decision. If
you don't,
we look at, and I'll qualify this. If we're looking at the reports about how the team want Pham and Frazier to get at-bats, as many at-bats as possible. And they also want to trade Bednar with the idea that Bob Nutty won't get in the way of trading Bednar. They're clearly trying to get him back in that closer role to raise his value. And also because he's from Pittsburgh. Because he sell it, they want that excitement. And so I generally don't even think this is a Don Kelly decision. I really don't. I think this is like a call from the higher up saying, like, David Bednar is our guy in late innings. You need to go to him. And I think that's why it's been so consistent from Shelton to Kelly. And I could be
See, I
wrong, but
don't. I don't.
that's the read I get.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
feel that way. And I guess the reason I don't feel it, because, excuse me, Shelton didn't go right to Bednar. Kelly kind of did, and
Okay.
I almost feel like Kelly might have. We've seen a few different things that Don Kelly's done. It's not much different. I'll give you that, Neil. It's not.
I think it's identical. I think it's exactly the same.
It's not a ton different. Like Canario's playing a good bit more now. Tommy Pham's been on the bench a good bit more, but also he's got injury issues and he's just terrible at baseball. But
yeah,
like there are a few things a little bit different. David Bednar, though, if you have two in a row of him like this, then I might get a good bit more concerned. Right now, he's going to struggle every now and then. That's what pitchers do.
He keeps getting barreled too hard. Like that's really
recently.
I mean, this year, this year, he has been barreled a lot. Like recently, it has been better. Ever since he came back from AAA, it's been better. But as good as the stuff is, like when you just keep giving up the hard contact he does, it's going to be really rough. And then, I mean, after the home run, he also just kind of unraveled. I mean, 2 walks after that, and then they had to bring in Matson to wrap it up.
Yeah,
he could have made it a whole lot worse.
Well, maybe that's where we need to give old Don and Kelly some credit because he got him out of the game.
I'm good with that. I don't hate Don Kelly.
Thank you, Don Kelly. Thank you for making sure that Derek Shelton's gone so Neil can be miserable and you can be better.
Well, I feel for Don Kelly. I really do, because I've already started seeing people turn on him, talk about how his bullpen management is going bad. I'm like,
I mean, I think Donnie's been fine. There's been some things I disagree with, but all things considered, it's a win for Don Kelly.
It is a win for Don Kelly.
Up to 18-34 now. So climbing back into that bad boy. Aside from that here, Neil, let me move this old mouse a little bit here. Paul Skenes started this thing.
Yeah.
And Paul
Skenes, the first time sorry, I was like, probably the first time a Paul Skenes start has happened. We haven't mentioned him in the first 17 minutes of the show. This has to be a first.
Paul Skenes has a 2.36 ERA, struck out 8 today, walked 2. It feels like Paul Skenes started this game about 14 days ago.
Yeah.
Because a lot has happened. But Paul Skenes finishes the day with 6 innings. He left the game with a 2-1 lead. 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 run. And he ends up with a no decision. The same thing that happens every single time Paul Skenes starts.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't gotten credit for a pitcher win since April 25th. The Pirates are 1-5 now in those starts, though. 2.32 ERA. It has been ages since he's actually won a decision. And he was so good tonight. Like, it was really cool. Like, through the 4th inning, you were a little worried about his pitch count. And then he goes out in the 5th inning and mops it up in like 9 or 10 pitches, letting him go into a 6th where he struggled a little bit in. But, like, it was such a good start. And he was really dominant for those first 4 or 5 innings.
I will say, I think that's one thing I noticed with Paul Skenes is that it seems like he has the wherewithal or the awareness of when his pitch count's starting to creep up there. He just seems to know when, I need to get a couple quick outs here. And I think he's become pretty effective at being able to go after those.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we talked about in the offseason with him getting better with the efficiency. You don't have to strike out 15 batters a game. And he's still, let's be honest here. He struck out 8 in 6 innings. He's still kind of on that pace, but you do see him every now and then be able to, a first pitch fastball. Let's just put it in a good spot. Let's get a quick out here. You see him starting, like not even just learning the pitch. You see him getting more comfortable being a major league pitcher.
It's those Bailey Falter lessons of just putting fastballs over the plate. And
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, if you're taking advice from home Bailey Falter, you're basically taking advice from an ace. So,
true.
Like, it's been really good. And like, people were really panicking because he had a couple of rough starts, like in late April, and he's just casually spent the entirety of May being as dominant as he was last year.
Yeah.
Like, and the ERA keeps trickling down. Like, I think he's brought it down to like what did you say, 230?
236.
236, yeah. Like, I think a couple shows ago when I was on, like, it was 267 or something like that. So he's so cool. Like, I can't imagine complaining about Paul Skenes.
No, there's nothing to complain about Paul Skenes. He got freaking 236 ERA. He gave up 4 hits a day and 1 run.
Yeah.
And he was just okay.
Mm-hmm.
He was good.
It's a pedestrian start.
It was the 5th thing we talked about tonight.
Yeah.
And then, crazy. Like, you wouldn't have brought him out for the 7th, would you have? I wouldn't have.
No. Okay. Not a chance.
Yeah, no. We had some talks.
He was like at 100 pitches.
He was at 101. Like, no way.
Yeah. And the Brewers were getting to him.
Could have.
Yeah, you could have, I guess. But, like, I don't know. Maybe you can complain about going to Rainey there. But, like, who are you going to go to? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the bullpen is a little taxed right now.
Yeah. So that's why I guess that's probably why I ask. Do you maybe give him a 7th? I wouldn't, but
no.
I just want to check.
I thought they were going to go pull him at 5.2. I was happy to see him. They left him in, but I thought so. But he fought through again. 1 earned run.
Yeah, sometimes you got to let your ace ride.
Yeah.
Let me talk about Brian Reynolds a little bit. Sorry, I was reading the comments there a little bit. Brian Reynolds. I know I said a couple weeks ago that I thought he was going to start to creep back in here, and I thought he was going to have a hot week. I have liked a lot of the at-bats I've seen from Brian Reynolds lately. We had an RBI, I believe I believe he drove in that run. We had actually 2 RBIs from Brian Reynolds. 1 hit. I like the at-bats from him.
Yeah.
Saw him go the other way. He's starting to, we're at a 620 OPS. We're creeping.
Something he's done a lot. Like when he was really, really struggling, his strikeout rate was over like 30%. He's really cut that down. And the expected stats really think he's been super unlucky. I forget exactly how much he's like underperforming, but essentially they think like his OPS should be like 100 points higher or something like that, 200 points higher, just based on the expected stats.
Yeah.
And so and you can see it too. Like he's definitely feeling more comfortable. He's getting better at bats. I thought he looked really, really good tonight. And no, like he should be the comeback should be soon. And you still can't really excuse the 1.5-month vacation he took at the beginning of the season when we really needed him. But like, I just want to watch good baseball players for the rest of the season. So I'll take what I can get.
Exactly. And also we're getting, like you said, we're getting really close to June.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that's all that matters. We're getting really close to June, and that's Brian Reynolds' time.
Yeah. We need to have June Brian Reynolds, and then we need his wife to give birth like on July 1st, so then he can also have another July.
All right, calm down, Bucko Mike. But before we get any further in all this, Steel City.
Yeah.
$10 super here. Wild thought, assume Santana isn't available. Would you let Barucki take a closer attempt at some point? I mean, I'd let myself take a closer attempt. I don't care.
I wouldn't. I would. I mean, with you and your lefty curve, you might have a shot, but
I'll spin it.
I think Barucki just doesn't have the control, and he's way too specialized of a pitcher to be given things like the closer role at this time. He's
got a couple lefties. I'll give him a whirl. You're right, though. It would have to be like they'd have not much left.
Yeah,
for it to get to that point. Like Caleb Ferguson's ahead of him.
Santana. Yeah. It would take a lot of injuries to the bullpen. And also, I want Moretta to come back and be closer just because that'd be a really cool entrance coming out of PNC. I think Moretta would be like the perfect Bednar replacement just in terms of coolness factor. But I like Barucki where he is.
Well, I just got a text from one of my friends that was at the game tonight, and it was nobody on this podcast. And his son was with him. They were on the third base line, and I believe it was Donnie Kelly that gave him a game ball and the signed lineup card. So shout out Donnie Kelly. I just want to make
Good job, Johnny Kelly.
Yeah, Derek Schell would never.
Hey, he pointed to me that one time.
Fair enough. Before we get further, make sure we drop that hashtag raise it in here, be entered into the Primanti Brothers sandwich giveaway. The two of them what we're about to do. I don't know, Neil. Any final thoughts on this game here? We will be in, well, I will be in PNC Park tomorrow. A lot of the crew will be there. We'll probably be there Sunday as well, actually.
Yeah. I will be in Central Virginia, so I hope you all have a good time.
So make sure you guys come say hi to the crew. You know what? Just come say hi to Doug, damn it.
Yeah, that's it. Like
we know you want to come see Doug. Just go see Doug.
Doug's great because like you'll have a casual conversation with him and he'll just drop like the most fascinating stuff
He will.
you've ever heard. Like
everybody go to Doug.
Yeah.
Doug's in a whole court tomorrow.
Or everyone else, all the other nice guys would be sitting off to the side, like just drinking beer, and like everyone else would be surrounded by Doug.
Neil, where am I going to be?
But you're going to be by the sandwiches, and you're going to be drinking some Busch Light
in a corner, away from everyone. Gosh, Neil, it was Rebello that did it.
What do you mean?
He gave away the lineup card and the ball. Dang it, we can't criticize him tonight.
Darn.
So, dang it. You already tried to, you know what?
Another win for the Shelton game.
Nope. Because you poo-pooed Rebello. I said I was okay with the send. So, win for me. But yeah, Mike Rebello giving out lineup cards and game balls to kids. What a guy.
What a guy. You can't stop giving away outs, and you can't stop giving away stuff to kids. You love to see it.
All right, let's give away some damn sandwiches.
Let's give away some sandwiches, yeah.
Again, make sure you drop that hashtag raise it in here. Be entered into that Primanti Brothers sandwich giveaway. Share my screen here. Figure out which one it is. It's been a while again. All right. You see me there, Neil?
Yes, I do.
All right, we're up to 119 giveaways or entries. I'm sorry. I'll give you guys another couple minutes here to make sure we're good. Not minutes.
Friends are the best.
Seconds.
They sit around for 4 hours for sandwiches.
I know, right? It's 11 o'clock. This game started forever ago. You guys rock. All right, let's give away group one here. Good luck to everybody. What do we got? Jeremy Hunkler. That's a first name. I have not gotten that one before. Make sure you drop or make sure you either DM us, email us, North Shore 9 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Email at northshore9@gmail.com. We'll make sure to hook you up with some Primanti Brothers sandwiches. And let's get to round number 2. Drum roll. Yes, we roll through. Brock. Congratulations to Brock. 2 Primanti Brothers sandwiches for you. Make sure you do the same thing that our pal did over there that I already forgot his name. I'm sorry.
Jeremy,
there we go. But make sure you drop a DM on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, email. We'll get you hooked up with it. All right, Neil. Any last words here, my friend?
No, just enjoy the tailgate, everyone. Hope you all have a good time.
I will see you guys tomorrow at the tailgate and maybe on Sunday as well. We're out of here. Pirates win this one 6-5. I'll see you guys literally tomorrow. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Good night.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.